This podcast is sponsored by Darling Eyewear. Activate your alter ego with Darling Eyewear and start seeing life through a different set of lenses. Shop darlingeyewear.com. Tell them Demetrius Lee and Angela Lee and the Lee Life Experience Podcast sent you. Thank you.
Hi, welcome to a new episode of the Lee Life Experience Podcast. You have Angie and Demetrius here, and we are your hosts for this evening. I make sure when I say host with an S for this evening because, I talk kind of fast. So you all, thank you so very much. And listen, if you did not catch the Super Bowl, what were you doing? Listen, but right before we get to that, I just want to ask you, Demetrius and I are not on Super Bowl level, but that's what we're striving for. But we need your help. The way you do that is being able to come and be a guest on our podcast and being able to get your topics heard. You know how you can do that? You can do it by texting 833-370-1608. Put relationships without the S in the comments. So Demetrius, how you doing today?
Doing this little honey bunch. How about yourself there?
All right. I am pumped about this podcast. After seeing the Super Bowl last night, I am really excited. You see, I'm trying to jump ahead. So hey, let's get into it.
All right, let's dive into it, honey bunch.
Okay. Listen, you all, I'm going to talk about the halftime. Yes, we know the Eagles end up winning. And honestly, you all, I kind of bailed out right before because when I seen the score, I was like, okay, well, you know what? How you doze off sleep and it still could have been a chance that the Chiefs came back to win, but that didn't happen this time. So, shout out those Eagles, not sorry, I'm talking about that
You
Falcons.
better call them Dirty Bird,
Yeah,
one.
I'm gonna say Dirty Birds. So I'm sorry. The Eagles. And listen, Mr. Hurt. I am Jalen. I just want to tell you, I don't know you, but they told me you were 26-year-old and you are one of the Omega guys. And I would just want to tell you, you really represent the picture that I seen go viral is the picture of you in the locker room winning the Super Bowl and you sitting on the floor and you listening to Frank Beverly and Maze, and they was like, that guy got an old soul. Everybody in the comment was like, yeah, that's some celebration music right there. So we just want your parents raised you right.
Make me so happy.
Your grandparents raised you right. And you listen, you put on Black excellence for Black History Month. And I just want to shout out you and your wonderful, beautiful Black queen that she is. So I just want to say shout out to you. And I know somebody else did a commentary, Demetrius, of all the people, even Stephen A, talking about they really don't think Jalen has what it takes to be, the leading anybody to the Super Bowl, and all the backlash that was, coming behind it. So it's already you all. I don't like to play the race card, but the time that we're living in, it happens. No matter what profession you in, it is somebody that do not like you or discriminate based on your skin color. And it's also that when you come to try to do something, it's always some people that's going to be against you. I don't care how good you are. They want you to push the envelope a little bit further for you to go. You might think you right here, time you make a ceiling. Time you think you done evaluated and went through somebody's floor, somebody else done created another ceiling for you. And you have to keep on elevating. So I just want to tell you thank you and shout out to all the Eagles and especially a shout out to Gilly. Gilly, I was a Eagle fan when Michael Vick was playing, but I'm telling you, you making me want to go ahead and get me a Michael Vick Philadelphia Eagle jersey just to have on hand because you did a phenomenal job. So Demetrius, how you feel about just the Super Bowl before getting into halftime?
Oh man, I love that Super Bowl game. It was a good game.
Were you going for anybody in particular?
I was kind of pulling for the Eagles.
Oh, okay.
It started off a good game, but then it got out of hand.
Uh-oh.
The Eagle defense, them boys couldn't play. They wasn't bull jobbing.
Oh, they can't play.
I called it the Georgia Bulldog boys. And the whole defense, the front lineup, they from the Georgia Bulldog. They
Oh,
called
really?
Bulldog. Tell you, shit you had about them. Yeah. So them
Go
boys,
Georgia.
Georgia representing that Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Hey, we had a Florida State man there too. Now we had Johnny Wilson.
So
from
Seminoles
89.
was there too.
Yeah, he had one in there. He got
Oh,
a
so
ring.
the
Johnny.
Dirty South will be represented.
Yeah. But Patty, there, man, Patty Mahomes, man, I thought it'd been a better game that. But them boy, they got hit in the mouth.
I don't know
Like
what
Mike Tyson
happened to
always say.
Patrick, sorry, Mahomes.
And like Mike Tyson say, everybody got a game plan. So you get hit in the mouth. And they did it to him, man. I was just shocked. Patty couldn't do nothing. You know, I called him Patty Mahomes. He couldn't do nothing. It was all over him. As soon as he stepped back, that big line was caving him in.
Yes, I saw that.
Yeah.
What about the interceptions though?
Well, I'm saying they put some more pressure on him. You know, they putting that pressure on him. He had time to really survey. He had to let it go quick.
Yeah.
And when he let it go too quick.
No.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Oh, he ain't time to gather his thoughts.
Yeah, I got to look. We gonna do that was on it. But you know, I thought it was gonna be a better game than that. I really did. But I thought the Eagles had a chance. Man, Jalen, like you said, he did his thing. He wasn't the coolest running quarterback. I say, you know, he ain't the fastest, but when he run and he get down, you ain't fit to hurt him. He gonna get on down. He'll run, and when they get close to the hill,
and I seen him slide down.
Slide down.
It's a technique. Shador, you better be looking and paying.
Yeah, Shador need to look at that and learn that quick. God, you try to run with them big boys, man. You talking about them men? You got men that weigh 200 pounds.
What?
They run a 4.5.
Come on, Shador.
Yeah, you better
tell him. Come on, Shador.
I'm pretty sure his dad already told her. So
come on, Shador.
Lay it down, so they hurt you out there. But yeah, I mean, that was a good game. I'll say about the first two quarters. After that, then it just went. It went soft.
But I see they got scores on the board, so something happened. Like I said, I had kind of left the mission.
Some garbage scores. They call that garbage. Hey, the game is over then. That just something to be doing.
Something to make them feel good, so they won't say they had a goose egg.
Yeah. That's right. That's right. There you go. That game is over. I mean, them touchdowns you seen, after something. Philadelphia had they won. They had third string and then.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So everybody got to eat last night.
Yeah, everybody ate, man. Even the water boy got to eat. The water boy put his pads on when out there.
Oh gosh.
And the towel boy put his pads on. And you didn't know it was in the game. That was in the game too. At that point.
Oh good. Yeah, like I said, just looking through, some of the commentary, I was just very impressed with the coverage. And, let's go and talk about this halftime.
Okay.
So, Demetrius, I know you don't do a lot of surfing on the internet, but it was very symbolic. The things that Kendrick Lamar put emphasis in. So, he had this creative director. And he went with his own creative director, went with the creative director who did Beyonce, that did setting up the stage for when she did a Super Bowl. So it was somebody who I already knew, and I think they said it was 13 minutes. I stand to be corrected because I did not write this down. They had I'm just gonna say a little less than 15 minutes, Demetrius, to put all the stuff on stage and get it off the turf and being able so they don't tear the ground up for the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
So, and they were able to do that. He was telling a story when he's saying it's bigger than music. Majority of the people, and it's kind of 50-50, they don't feel like he should have performed Not Like Us, but everybody said, oh, he knew he had to perform that because that's what got him a Grammy. If people don't know, he won 5 Grammys. 5 Grammys.
Yeah, I didn't know that. Well, yeah.
Yes, he won 5 Grammys. So that song is such a song that, think about it, at the Grammys, they played it. And not only did they play just the song, Demetrius, they played the part that talked about Drake being, messing with a minor. They played that during the Grammys. And so the whole world heard. But then, just in case you needed the instant replay, he played it at the Super Bowl. So
yeah.
Drake, you can come back because he still have a fan base. Just to me,
Drake bad boy now.
That's what I was gonna say.
He took a lick, but he took a lick. He gonna come back to you.
Yeah. So my thing is this is me. I don't know anything about the business arena on that level, but if it was me, I would have done. I would did just like the Black church did for Proud Boys. The Proud Boys vandalized a church.
They did.
Yeah, so the Proud Boys did it. So because they
Recent, I mean, recent or
no,
some
I
long
don't
time
think it
ago.
was recently, but
Okay.
because they didn't pay the people, pay the black church, they had to pay them with their trademark. So the black church is Proud Boys. You pull the Proud Boys up, it's gonna show the black church. So they so mad at this black pastor because they came and vandalized the church, and so the judge ruled for them to be able to pay the people off with the trademark. So I'm just only saying that if you're looking at history and the way history is repeating itself, Samuel L. Jackson represented Uncle Sam. Who better to do it, Demetri, than Uncle Sam being Uncle Sam being the narrator for the story. And if you heard every time he pop out, he was saying, hey, don't, watch what you're doing. They already saying that we ghetto. And it took for me to read some other commentaries when they said the dancers had on white, red, and blue, representing the flag. And then they also, the lights kind of went out and they showed about the division of the flag, which that we're going the wrong way, talking about America, how they hating culture wise. And when Kendrick let them know, hey, you picked the right time, but you picked the wrong boy. I'm the wrong person to be here when you trying to go division when, hey, I'm black, I'm for the culture.
Yeah.
So majority of his dancers were black, majority of them. I did see a couple of girls that wasn't, but never needless to say, because Kendrick is not. I think even his girlfriend or his significant other, she's not She's not black. So that's why a lot of people have controversy. Like, how you supposed to be so much black power, and you didn't even go get a sister. You didn't even. That's not who you procreated with. Your kids are biracial kids. So that's where a lot of people is kind of losing people because they feel like you should be 100% black or 100%. But me, I feel, Demetri, you love who you love. If that's who you love and they treat you well, then it's not for me to put no color on it. But only until people bring it to your attention when you talk about everything black and everything is black until it come time for you to be in a relationship and you feel like, oh, I don't want a black woman though. I don't want a black woman. I came from a black mama. I got sisters or relatives that's 100% black. And when I'm saying black, I'm talking about not mixed with another race that they feel like is the oppressors. So when you looking at Kendrick's performance, I really think he did a good job. I wasn't too keen at the beginning because I knew he was trying to tell us, do an illustration, but his illustration was he was being a video game because people was trying to control him. So that's why at the end of his show, he put game over.
Well, that what it was. Okay, Hunter Bunch. I saw the game over. I know you try to feel like he was a video game, huh?
Yeah, so he's saying that people try to control him, so that's why he did the more of the setup. It was more of a video game. So when they went back and as they was trying to, everything was each thing or section you could call. So when the people had all white behind them, they say he was in the graveyard. He was representing the cemetery.
But you did your homework on that.
Yeah.
I see
Exactly.
that.
So that's what I'm saying. No, it just made me dig deeper because some commentaries who telling us, doing the narrating about this, the whole the backstory and how what it symbolized, they were not black people. So of course a lot of even the girl said, hey, I know I'm not right one to be talking about this, but I'm just only telling you what I saw and how I interpret it. And again, he was talking about the, how harsh it is for black people. We always having to kind of go against it, and unfortunately the time that we're living in, Demetrius just always gonna it's gonna be go against the grain. But can you imagine, we got grandkids that's coming up, they got to fight even more harder, and now since they done took DEI out, can they get it just along on marriage that Jada's very intelligent now, so being able to keep that up once she get big or once she get older,
Yeah.
what kind of doors, gonna be able that she's gonna be able to get into? Will she be able to go to a school of her choice? Will she be able to get those kind of jobs or will, we won't when I'm saying we won't, necessarily will be here as she grow up, God's willing. But Demetrius, as this world get larger, people probably won't be working doing like hand serving stuff. If you're not in computers, I don't, because this is what the world changing. It's transitioning into.
I gotta take me an AI class.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I highly suggest it.
Yeah, we need to do that. But I tell you, what got me was on halftime. Serena come out there doing
Oh yeah,
the sea walk,
JX.
the crip walk. Yeah, what do
Yes.
you call
Oh
it?
yeah. Yeah.
She was doing that thing.
Yeah, they said that she that was not her first time on a big stage. Said she did it at the Wilmington one time, and she crip walked out there. And I don't know. I don't know if she got some
Well,
hate
she
for
from
it.
California. Yeah,
Yeah,
where she from? So
they say her and Kendrick both from Compton, and said that was one of the things that Kendrick made sure he said in one of his diss tracks. He would tell Drake, "You keep Serena name out your mouth."
Yeah.
And so then he had talked about her billionaire husband. So they was like, because even when she was crip walking, she looked directly in the camera. So that's what everybody's talking about. Everybody was like, did y'all see the eye contact she made with the camera? Letting her know, like, hey, this is what you're saying, but I'm gonna let you know how I'm coming. And the same thing that Kendrick did when it came time when he called Drake by name. Hey Drake, he looked directly in the camera, like straight out of eye. I'm here. What you want to do? Now, like I done teased you, but I'm letting you know I'm getting ready to go.
Hey, a lot of people. I went on social media. A lot of
Yeah.
people, it was different races. They couldn't understand what he's saying. They say, "I don't know what he's saying. I can't understand it."
Yeah.
And you look at it, and they might could understand it. You can't, rap. If you ain't into it, you ain't gonna know what he's saying. Cause me, you did. I love rap. But a lot of people, I saw a lot of people engaging. They didn't know what they're saying. They said halftime they left. Came back when the game started.
Yeah, well, like I said, he had mixed reviews, but again, it was not for you. And I'm speaking of it, Demetrius, if somebody else had got up there, that we didn't, can't relate to. Because like even one of my coworkers, she was, telling me about like at the Grammys that she didn't want Beyonce to win, that she would have preferred somebody else to win. And I told her, I said, hey, of course I'm gonna defend Beyonce. And I asked her, I said, well, I don't know enough about your artist's name to say something, yay or nay, and so I can't make a dog and fight. Like I told him, I listen to Morgan Wallen, so I can tell you about the music that I like from him.
Yeah, that's right.
So I listen to him and I can tell you the things that I like about him. But everybody didn't like, that song with him and Young Money Bag, so but in the
I couldn't tell me that song, man.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. But even for Kendrick Lamar, look at that song. Do you know how many people that's non-black people listen to that song? Not because they necessarily want to diss Drake, because the beat is so nice.
Yeah.
It's just something that you can bob to, even if you really ain't even, you ain't about that life. And I went back and look at the reaction of the crowd. The crowd wanted him to do that song. Cause everybody was like, yeah, they was wondering like, why he ain't saying Blackberry? Why he ain't, everybody was wanting to know like, why he ain't do his other hits? And that's how come it's confusing, to the people. But again, Kendrick, I say a good job, done well thought out, well planned. And you people will miss it if they're not realizing that you are.
And who that dude? What you told me last night? Dude, would you say he made the beat?
Yeah, Mustard.
Yeah,
DJ.
See, I didn't know who he was. I ain't never heard of
Mustard
him.
is something where you know what? I want you to go do some research on Mustard because you're gonna say, "Oh, I didn't know that's who it was." But Mustard said he had been inboxing Kendrick like for years, and Kendrick never responded. Never responded. But all of a sudden, he opened his inbox, and I guess Kendrick sent that part to him, and that's how he end up sending him the beat, or he had, sent, like I said, he already had been in his inbox. But like they say, when God has something for you and you persistent on it, God's timing is always perfect. So now that's why he brought Mustard out last night. They got another song together.
Okay,
So,
I see 100. I see you own it, baby. But you're right.
yeah.
Hey, God with you. But you can't fail, boy. I wonder what Drake would do. I just wonder what he would. You think he watched the Super Bowl?
Yeah, they say he did. That somebody did commentary up, but I don't. Again, it could have been AI. So you all. Let me just say this to the audience: those of you who, if you're not up on the latest technology, I highly suggest you to get in AI, which is artificial intelligence, which is also machine learning, meaning that some very smart, intelligent people have went and created this artificial intelligence and programmed it to answer all these questions in a matter of seconds, not minutes, seconds. So if you don't have to scratch your brain trying to figure it out, you just give as much as information, which is called prompts.
Oh.
You give enough prompts to AI. AI will come and create whatever it is that you like, giving you the answer to your question instead of you having to physically put it in, wasting all that time trying to get answers after answers. Somebody from AI, so a lot of people, when I'm saying a lot of people, several black people, and when I'm saying culture wise, know that the people who working on these AI teams is not an African American person because certain things it doesn't know about us. So be mindful of that. If you trying to, whatever you trying to get, even for like some of the tone, picking a tone, and when I'm talking about a tone, I'm talking about the nature of how you talk. So, I heard they doing some research in order to get some black people to kind of feel like, even like your Siri voice, the Siri voice that's on what you tell the
iPhone.
cell phone,
Yeah.
on your iPhones. So you can get one, and they can speak Ebonics, just talk just as urban as you. So you
Oh.
all be amazed at some of these things. That I mean, even if you doing like an audible book and you need it to be read to you, Snoop Dogg, he put his voice out there. He reading it to you just in his real voice. So that's what AI and artificial intelligence, machine learning, that is exactly what it is.
Hey, they might want to use my voice. What y'all think?
I doubt it.
Okay.
I doubt it.
Hey, I got a smooth voice. You take my voice and read. Take my voice and be a football announcer. Yeah, yeah. Well, I gonna be doing that soon. It gonna be called a football game. Talking about football game.
Yeah,
So you
probably.
can use my voice, $100. $100. I tell you. Yeah, when I said about Drake, I hope Drake let that stuff go. To say that lawsuit. Shit, I was Drake. Shit, I wouldn't give a shit. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Hey, just laugh about it. Go ahead, man. Go.
Yeah.
The more you put pressure on people, bother you. Somebody must have taught him that at me, a little boy. Just go on with the game, laugh it off, yeah, go away.
Or he could have made it every time they call his name, he get paid from it. Oh, it was a way around it now. Don't come out sour.
You said $100 away. I
Yeah,
was away. Yeah.
that's a way. I'm saying that if you're gonna look at it negative, look at it as a positive. That song has caught that much grassroots, that much gas, and they playing it, and the people in the crowd want it. In order for you to make it in any business, Demetrius, you have to have something that the crowd want. If the crowd is telling you they want that particular song, why am I gonna get mad about it? I probably ain't gonna like it because it's talking about me.
So the crowd say, "We want Demetrius. We want Demetrius." I mean, they want me. That's what they want. No, I can't win my wife, y'all. I tell you. But yeah, the crowd wanted. I thought he was gonna do. He teased him one time.
Mm-hmm.
You heard it. He brought it. Then he went back out there. I said, "What he gonna do?" He teased him. And then he laid it on him.
Yeah, very much. That's exactly.
Boy, I tell you, boy, it's rough. But like I say, hey, I enjoyed it. A lot of people, like I said, I looked on a lot of Facebook and Instagram, people like, I guess the Caucasian people, a lot of them didn't know what he was saying. And I believe that. Like, if you didn't know rock and roll, like rock and roll. So I like rock and roll. A lot of people, you understand it. But by me liking it, I understand exactly what they be saying.
But that's what I'm saying. To the people that it's for.
Yeah.
Just like when you listen to Frank Sinatra, that's not something that I would go and be
I tell
picking up.
everybody the Frank Sinatra because I did it my way. I'm gonna do it my way.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. But it's not
Yeah.
something that I'm gonna be playing. Even when you play that other stuff, that's not something that I'm gonna be playing. So of course you should respect my space. And like if I don't want to hear that, then of course it do. But when you playing something, when you playing Deion Sanders, I want to hear that because that's talking my language. So I feel like that's anybody.
Yeah.
If you talking and speaking and listening to something that if it's some black girls that's cowboys. I mean, there's cowgirls. They have their boots on, they all about that life. I can't get mad at them if I don't know what I'm talking about or for it's like cowboy stuff. But it's somebody who like that genre of music. And if that's your genre of music, then I highly suggest, people get into it. It's not for like it was a white commentary and he said He said that for the more conservative, they did not like that type. They did not, like it. So again, if they are conservative and they used to keeping it simple, but the way they booed Taylor Swift, last night, that was
I didn't get to
terrible.
see that. What was they booed after the football
I don't
game?
know. I don't know. No, that was at the game.
I heard they booed her. Yeah, you know something? I heard them booing, but I didn't know they booing her. I remember they booing in the game. I thought they booing
Yeah.
the Kansas City Chief.
No,
They were booing her. I'm gonna take myself. I got a gift, and what I mean, a lot of people can't do this. What I do. What I mean, I'm versatile. I can do all kind of music. I ain't got a favorite artist, a favorite. I'm versatile. Whatever good, I can. It's like Trump and all. Everybody people mad, cause Kamala win. People mad Trump win. Hey, I look at both of them, and I took the good. I look at the good in both of them. Both of them could dig. They've been there, but both of them got bad. So I ain't get caught. I'm not caught in. I'm just locked in on Trump. Cause people say, "Oh, you're a Trump fan." No, I ain't no Trump. I ain't a Kamala fan either. But I got enough sense to know what Trump doing. Something I like what he's doing, and something I don't.
Yeah.
So he's president. What I'm gonna do? Run? I can't go nowhere. He ain't going nowhere. I got to adapt to this man. Okay, it's like the football. I said, what we talking about? The Super Bowl? Where all this coming from? The football game. I'm not a Kansas City fan. I'm not an Eagle fan. Well, either one, I was fine with it. Cause I like both teams. I ain't got a favorite team. So now we come back to Kendrick. His rap style. I'm not a big rap style of Kendrick Lamar, but I like Kendrick Lamar. I don't know if that makes sense. I like certain things. Some songs he make, I like. And some songs I ain't into. Like some people like Biggie, some like Pop. I like both of them. So what I say all to say is, I'm glad I ain't one of these people just get locked in on one thing. I can't be versatile. I always want to be versatile because you never know when you get put in a situation, you got to know how to adapt to it. Somebody break down one night, we in the jungle somewhere. I got to know how to survive in the woods, how to get heat, whatever, somebody find me, stuff like that. I just like to be versatile. So everybody that got mad at Kendrick Lamar, I feel like, they didn't like the thing. I hate that, but that was a good show he put on. I wish they were versatile. They could have got somebody, like it was a story told. And so I missed a lot of it myself, but some of it I caught. But I'm glad, that was he did a good job. Yeah. I heard Wayne mad at him. Wayne, I hate Lil Wayne when I say I hate Lil Wayne. He should have been in there.
Yeah, they showed a clip of him performing, and they said, "This is what y'all wanted," and he was just yelling, and it didn't sound very enticing at all.
They showed a clip of Lil Wayne. Yeah, but he should have been there. Should have had Wayne in there. I don't know what hell, but hey, I'm good.
He probably ain't gonna do that when Lil Wayne probably ain't gonna do that because Drake is artist. So he didn't. Kendrick probably would have, but where your loyalty at?
Yeah.
So that's
No, I said I was the Wayne. It would have had him on like let him did the show. Let him been the
headline. The headline. Oh.
Yeah. But I'm good with Kendrick doing it. I felt like Wayne should have been the big dog on that show. Should have took care of that.
Jay-Z them went with what's trending. Kendrick has been trending. Kendrick's song had been number one. Kendrick had been it's been rolling. So why wouldn't people look at it? But again, when you looking at business from a business standpoint, this is for anybody. When you looking at things from a business standpoint, why would you have to go out here and get somebody when you know your nest egg is right there with Kendrick? You don't have to go nowhere. ESPN right now is playing Kendrick. ESPN.
They playing it.
They playing it.
That same song.
That same song. They playing half.
When you heard
halftime. No, I'm telling you.
Oh.
They have it on there. So people saying, you all know that for ESPN to get into a beef, they gonna play a Super, and the girl in the comments said they wanted to click.
They say he said the P word in that song. Did he do that on the stage?
I didn't hear that.
Oh, I said, I didn't hear all that. I heard somebody say it on one of social media. He was saying he was calling Drake the P word. Yeah, I ain't gonna say
I'm just saying from a business standpoint, why wouldn't they have went with him when he is the hottest thing that's out there, and for him to go? And Demetri, do you know how hard it is? Did you know Nicki Minaj has not won not one Grammy? Not one.
She had.
No. Kendrick won 5. Even the girl, what her name? Do she? I might be pronouncing her name wrong, but she just came out and she didn't want a Grammy already.
Beyonce, has she ever been on a Super Bowl yet?
Yeah,
Beyonce.
Beyonce did a Super Bowl.
Last year, boy, she got down last year.
Yeah.
But Kendrick did a good job now. I enjoyed it. I did. Now I can't tell everybody else. I think you did. My son and his girlfriend, hey, I enjoyed it. Hey, A minor.
Mm-hmm.
I won't gonna get this riled up, but I'm gonna leave them. Let you close it out. I'm just gonna say this here. I enjoyed the football game, first 2 quarters, and I enjoyed the halftime. And the people that understand it, understand the music. I understand why y'all feel that way, because I have businesses went like that for. But y'all missed a good show. If y'all didn't get it, I advise you go get some rap music, get used to it, because it ain't going nowhere. And I ain't say you got to listen to it, but I advise people go get, you don't like rock and roll music, go get your rock and roll song. Cause it ain't going nowhere. You might as well be versatile. I mean, adapt to it. It ain't going nowhere. I know you got your preference. You can do what you want to do, but I don't want to miss nothing. So I want to be. I wish I could talk Spanish. I can't. I'm gonna learn how to do it because where the world going, I got to know how to do it. I might can't do it fluent, but I'm gonna learn enough where I can. I'm in the store. He said the wrong thing. I heard what you say, dude. I'm gonna talk back to her. I'm gonna learn Spanish. So I advise all y'all listening to this podcast, get versatile in this world, because this world been evolved. And you don't want to get left behind. The one time people didn't want a cell phone. Hey, I want to. People, hey, they got a cell phone. People didn't want to get on Facebook. I wish I get on Facebook. Now they on Facebook. The world ain't gonna change. It's gonna leave you behind.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't stay with it. You better keep up with it. President Trump coming here, he better make some move going on. You better keep up with him. Some might benefit you, some might don't. But I'm gonna make sure I ain't missing none of mine. I'm gonna get me some of it, what we got going on. All right, honey, but I'm gonna let you go and close it out. And I enjoyed the Super Bowl, y'all, one more time. And I love y'all. Thank y'all for listening to this podcast. And we got some more coming for you. All right, 100 bucks.
All right, you all. I hope you all take the time out. Those of you, if you have mixed views, go and do your research. If you are a person that love the history of the culture, that's all I can say. But being able to go and look at the symbolicness that he put into the work of doing this, that's what's fascinating. I am a person, and when I say love history, I love what is in your thought process. Like, what was his thought when he finally got the call and accepted? What was his thought process on how I'm gonna bring this idea out my head and put it on paper? And then being able to connect the dots, because who knew, being able to get those dancers. And I think that Cutlass, they said they had to search so far in order to get that, but because that's the name of his new album, they had to find one, and they finally tracked one down. And then they say they had to gut it in order for all those dancers to pop out, pop out of it. So you all just go and just look at the history of it. He talking about the struggle. And again, some people, those of you who, are beyond it, y'all feel like, okay, let it go. We don't want to talk about that anymore. But some of us really hadn't made any progress. We getting up every day, and yes, this is our world, but some of us still are in confinement, with this thing called racism, being able to go out here. And my thing is, you just don't be one,
That's
it
right.
don't matter, one of the nurses asked me last night in the emergency room. She said, Angie, I don't think it go for her. She's a white girl. I don't think it go for us, because we don't know who's in our room until we get in there. And I was like, yeah, being an emergency room nurse, we don't know who's in our room. We don't know, and we can't pick, am I going to just do all black patients, or am I going to do white patients? But unfortunately, I have had, where I have known that a black woman, she was a black woman, and she refused a black nurse. The patient was black, and she only wanted, a white person to have it. So it happens both ways. Some people feel like, we're not educated enough. And then it has been a night where, a Caucasian person, they wanted a white doctor, and guess what? Our entire staff was black that night. The doctor was black, the charge nurse was black, everybody was black. The nurse was black, the text was black. So those are the times that we living in, especially you in Georgia. Do you know how many people? I'm talking about, only until I traveled in Georgia did I see, like, wait a minute, the whole unit black, because, like, you just don't see that often. But again, you come to Georgia, you will see everybody from the bottom up, direct and all, black. So again, you already heard who is the most educated person. Right now, they saying black women more educated. So again, we having to keep in alignment. So thank y'all so much for joining in. Again, we just doing a reaction off the Super Bowl and being able to, give our opinion on what we said. And I know some of you are gonna say, "Well, hey, you didn't talk about the controversial part of I think it's his name Saquon Demetrius. Was it Blakely?
Saquon
Saquon.
Barkley.
Saquon Barkley. So, see, that's just how I know he's a good and phenomenal football player, but I heard and from reading, about what his fiance did when she was, younger. And I don't even want to comment on it because again, when you young, maybe that's all you knew. Maybe you have evolved, and I would hope so, especially if you've been, gonna be married to somebody black. Do the right thing. Those of you who are in interracial marriages and you plan on being with people, and I know people like, oh, you don't have to do that, or you don't have to try. Just be, be very respectful. Don't act like just because you are another race and look down on a blacker race, on the black race, just because you feel like you have snagged a black man. Don't do that. And then don't be the woman that try to be 100% culture. We can tell the people who, either they grew around some black people or they have been fun of black people. And, you could tell those the ones that can come to the cookout. I have some doctors, I let them know. He said, Angie, can I come to the cookout? Yeah, you can come to the cookout. Cause his swag be on point. Demetrius said, oh, I think he said he was in Bankhead. I said, what you know about Bankhead? What you know about Bankhead? So just be mindful. And and if you black and you dating somebody outside your race, be mindful and be respectful. Don't feel like because you have a privilege and you dating somebody, just remember where you came from, and don't try to, don't belittle nobody. I don't care who it is. I say the same thing that if it was my son bringing home somebody that didn't look like me, it would be the same thing. If I had dated outside my race, I didn't, but I'm just saying if I did, just be mindful, you all, moving forward, because there's enough hate in the world. We don't need to continue just kind of putting this kind of poison out. Somebody has to stand up for something. Somebody has to say, you know what? And don't use this line, all my closest friends is black, or I got some black friends, or I don't see color. Those three things, I'm telling you, do not say. Don't even say it. That does not get you any brownie points. Do not even say it, because everybody has a period of a side of prejudice. And if you say no, you don't, I'm telling you, yes, you do. If you a person who against child molesting, you got prejudice. If you a person who against somebody with tattoos, you got a prejudice. If you somebody against people who the electric cars over other cars, you have a certain prejudice. So I'm just saying it can be as minor as that, but be respectful. Everybody can still get along to disagree on certain topics, but you still have a common ground. Don't be so mean. Don't be such a bully that you feel like you got a sense of entitlement just because of a skin color, that you do not treat people like they people. I don't care who it is. The lady that work in environment service, I treated her like she's somebody. The lady who is, the DON, I treated her like she's somebody. I don't try to minimize people just because of their job. So you all just be mindful of that. Demetrius, you got anything to close us out?
No, ma'am. I just wait till the next podcast.
All right.
Love y'all. Take care.
Don't forget, you text us 833-370-6 833-370-1608. Put relationships without an S in the comment to get your topics heard or to be one of our guests. All right, enjoy. Hi everyone, I hope you have enjoyed the episode so far. You are here with the Lee Life Experiences. And remember, if you want to get your topics discussed or get our opinion or our perspective, join us text us at 833-370-1608 and put relationships in the comment.